Did you know that car racer Ross Chastain broke a 75-year-old track record for the fastest lap in a stock car? Not only was Chastain's last lap faster than Kyle Larson's, the former record holder, he practically drove himself into the championship, proving that he has what it takes to be a NASCAR champion. Away from his Superman move on the racetrack, what else is there about the 29-year-old NASCAR star? Here are the 10 secret things you may not have known about Ross Chastain. Number 1. Ross is a watermelon farmer. Ross Chastain is not only a king on the tracks, but also gets his hands dirty on the farm. He comes from a long lineage of watermelon farmers in Florida who have kept the tradition alive for 8 generations. In an interview, Ross revealed that his parents, Ralph Chastain and Susan, work on the farm daily. Though busy with his racing career, Ross finds time to be a farm boy. His favorite time is the harvest, which he explains happens at 11 a.m. The chopped-off school buses Ross's family used for transporting the melons to the packing house is where Chastain got some of his first fast driving experience. He noted that the weather is the biggest challenge with farming watermelons. If you ever wondered what it takes to grow watermelons, you should ask Ross. He said the rains could completely wipe out their entire crop, and there is no crop insurance in their county in South Florida. Number 2, he doesn't have a working TV. I know what you're thinking. Who doesn't own a TV in 2022? Well, Ross doesn't. The Florida-based NASCAR driver admitted during a Q&A session that he doesn't have a working TV in his home. He said, "I don't think I've watched a movie. I don't have a TV at my house that works. There is one in the living room, but it doesn't work. Everything is on my Mac or computer. I'll stream Netflix on one of those. I'll watch something in bed or mainly watch stuff on the flights." Do you think he's missing out on entertainment? Maybe a little. Chastain revealed that he has a Spectrum TV which he streams on his phone, but when he's not home, he can't get local channels. If a race is showing on a local channel, on big NBC or big Fox, he can't watch it if he's not at home. He's hoping for a TV deal where races will air on the big network. Number 3, he started racing at 12. Ross picked up an interest in racing from watching his father on the track, though his father never raced professionally, but as a hobby. At 12, Ross competed in the late model and fast track series events. Ross Chastain didn't get into the spotlight until 2011, when he scored over 50 wins at different tournaments, including the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing at New Smyrna Speedway, winning 3 of 8 events in the series. Little Chastain may not have seen the future, but he sure knew who he wanted to be on the tracks. NASCAR 2017 Xfinity season was the best of his career. He scored a top 5 at Iowa and 2 top 10s and finished 13th in points, the highest of the non-playoff drivers. He won his first NASCAR race in 2018 at the DC Solar 300 in Las Vegas after 121 races at the NASCAR Cup Series. Number 4, Ross was the first driver to have his win reversed since 1995. In 2019, Chastain's clean slate victory was tarnished after a failed post-race inspection at the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series. Here's what went down. When the race began, Chastain took the lead with a 3-wide pass at the end of stage 1. From that point on, his truck was in complete control, and victory was staring right at him. He led 141 of 200 laps, swept the stages, and was declared the winner. After post-race inspections, his truck was found too low and his win was revoked. Chastain became the first winner to be disqualified since Dale Jarrett was disqualified from a Busch Series race in 1995. The first runner-up, Brett Moffitt, who didn't lead a single lap, was declared the winner instead. Of course, Chastain's fans were not pleased, but Brian sure felt good being declared the winner even though he didn't win. Number 5, Ross broke the record for the most consecutive races run across all 3 national series. Before 2019, Kyle Busch held the record for the highest number of races across the NASCAR series, a record he set in the 2008 season by competing in 4 Truck Series races, 10 Xfinity Series races, and 8 Cup Series races. Ross broke that record after competing in 36 NASCAR races in 2019. At the start of the game, Ross Chastain was entered in every race for the entire season. He competed in the first 14 races of the Cup Series season, the first 13 races of the Xfinity Series season, and the first 9 races of the Truck Series schedule before he finally missed a race. That meant he competed in the first 36 races of the season across the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and Truck Series. Kyle's record was only 28, and Chastain shattered it. He won 1 Xfinity Series race at Daytona International Speedway, his second career victory in the series, and finished in the top 10 for the first time in the Cup Series. Number 6. Ross is as single as hell. For some weird reason, people think Ross Chastain is married. If you searched on your device right now, you'd find a headline that suggests he's married. But this 5'10" fine millionaire is single as hell, he ain't married, and neither is he engaged. There are no signs that Chastain has taken part in the holy sacrament of marriage. If he had been married and wanted to keep it a secret, the media would dig up wedding photos by now. Though there is no information about if he's married or has a girlfriend, we are pretty sure the NASCAR star driver has been in at least one relationship. For now, it seems his work decisions are still guiding him, so he may not be ready to get married just yet. If you are a female fan, feel free to shoot your shot. Number 7. He celebrates his wins by smashing watermelons. Tell me you grow watermelons without telling me you grow watermelons. Ross Chastain celebrates his wins by smashing a watermelon. Sometimes he smashes 2 of them, one at the start and the other at the finish line. The watermelon legacy is such a big deal to him, he wants to be remembered as the watermelon guy, not a 2-time winner of the NASCAR Cup Series. Speaking about the watermelon celebration, Ross said, "I always wanted to bring watermelons with me, and they are a big part of why I'm here, no doubt about it. I knew companies, and I went to them and I said, I want to be the farmer in NASCAR, and they liked it. And that's how the watermelon smash became a ritual." But it doesn't end at victory lane. Ross's diet consists of lots of watermelon, which he claims helps him stay hydrated. He sometimes even makes smoothies out of them. Number 8. His brother Chad Chastain is also a racer. Ross Chastain is not the only one who has racing in his DNA. His younger brother Chad is making an ascension into the NASCAR Hall of Racers. Newsflash, he also started racing cars when he turned 12. It sounds like this family has more traditions than planting watermelons. Chad Chastain debuted at the Camping World Truck Series at Watkins Glen International in 2021. He hopped into a Nice Motorsports truck and competed at the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, replacing his brother Ross. The new Chastain came in 34th place. Chastain has won over 40 features and races, ranging from late models to the Fast Car Pro Truck Series, and he was also the 2016 Pro Late Model Champion at 417 Southern Speedway. Like his brother, Chad now works on the family watermelon farm and is no slouch behind the wheel. Number 9. Ross graduated with honors from the Riverdale High School. Ross Chastain attended the famous Riverdale High School in Fort Myers, where he graduated with honors in 2011. He is the school's first NASCAR driver, speaks of brains and muscles. Number 10. He broke a 75-year-old NASCAR race record. Ross Chastain broke the 75-year record for the fastest lap in a stock car in 18.845 seconds, a record formerly by Carl Lawson. But that wasn't the only surprise that day. He pulled the craziest stunt that had ever been seen on the Martinsville Speedway track. Ross hugged the wall and slingshot his car around the top lane of the 847 short track, passing 5 cars within split seconds. When asked about the physics behind it, the NASCAR star said he didn't know how it happened. He explained that he hadn't practiced or premeditated the move, but was only trying out something he learned by playing NASCAR 2005 GameCube with his brother when he was 12. A physicist explained what happened there as the principle known as centripetal force. Without it, trucks would simply fly off the tracks once they hit high speeds, and Ross's story would have ended differently. Whatever magic he did there left NASCAR fans everywhere in absolute awe and sent him straight into the NASCAR championship, where he came in 34th place.